Just realized that I'm live and you can just see me taking selfies here, or trying to take a picture of myself. All right, let me go close the door. How we doing today? Door is closed. I'm here. I'm here. What's up? What's going on? What's going on in this little chat? Looks like it's just me. Hell yeah. Get my little chair figured out. I don't think I broke it, but I got close. get this figured out. Today, wait, I gotta bring it up. Excuse me, where is it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Properties. There it is. There she goes. Today. Today. I'm gonna say today one more time, till I'm ready. So today, one more time. Today, I do not want to listen to myself talk. Hold on. Today, I'm gonna be as I said in the little prompt or whatever you want to call it. Lately, I've been really just like obsessed with this one painter. So, my last trip to Canada, I went over the border in New York, and there was this random place where this artist, by the name of Fredrik, Remington, a painter from, I wish I paid attention to what year he was around, but it was or what years he was around, but nonetheless, he's a fantastic painter, and he has this museum because he apparently painted a lot of artwork in the area in northern New York that I was in, just right across the border, the Canadian border there. And I just happened to stop in the museum there, and it had some absolutely spectacular works. I'm talking like, look at this. I bought something. Okay, this is how much. I don't buy nothing. I bought this. Like, look at that. Now this artwork here, I see it as, well, number one, it's nighttime. That's what I really liked about it, because most of my artwork, since I've really started, has been in that dimension, and taking a photo during the nighttime, at least with technology of how it's been for the last, well, since I've been doing photography, it's not been easy because you take a photo and then you either have like the ISO really high so you can actually see, or the shutter speed, but then you have to stay very still. Anyway, it's very difficult to do. So it was like, I didn't really know how to do it. I didn't know how to figure out that, figure out how to properly look at, properly depict nighttime. And what Fredrik here did was something that was it felt very significant to me, because and I'm going to show you guys some more in a second here, but I'm just going to keep yapping. Hold on. There we go. What Fredrik did here was made it something that stood out to me was moonlight, and how, like, if you're in the certain location, without that many lights around you, or like if I live in a city, so it's like it's a little difficult to actually really appreciate moonlight, and how it can sometimes feel like daytime because it's so bright. Um, uh, uh, that like figuring out those colors and how all that works. So what he ended up doing here was these like greens. This is sort of yellow as well, but the greens, the whites that actually exist, because you think white would be like a daytime color if you really think about it, because like daytime is associated with lighter colors, nighttime is dark. Anyway, um, but one thing I noticed about this is that there's not really that many nighttime, like it's not dark. It's not a dark image in any way. It's quite lit, and I really was inspired by that. So I'm gonna take a couple. I'm just gonna go onto the Google search, onto the Google, um, and and there you go. I'm gonna go onto the Google, see if I can show you guys. I'm like fearful to like. Hold on, I'm gonna take my email off of here. I'm gonna go onto the Google real quick, and you guys can just look at my Google search. How do I do that? Not browser. What's it called? Screen capture. There we go. Whoa. Application capture. Chrome. I don't know if it's showing or not. Hold on. Where's she at? Okay. Hold on one sec. There we go. So, alright, so this guy's name is Fredrik or Friedrich Remington. I don't know which. I didn't meet the guy personally. But anyway, it's just such a what I love is that he didn't just do one. He did like there are so many ones that are like, look at that. Let's see if I can zoom in here somewhere. Nope, that's the opposite. Like these images are all at nighttime and kind of captures the I don't know. I'm just the silence. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to because like nighttime. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but nonetheless, this is something that really inspired me. Um, there was another one. Where was like, I mean, look at that. Let's see what else here. Here, look at that. Great job. Thank you. So yeah, that's a big inspiration. There's also um, in the same vein, there's this artist named Teodoro Ferrari. I just saw this one on Twitter like 2 days ago, and I was like, oh, that looks pretty cool. Um, but same thing. It's got those. This one has more of a like a nighttime, like really nighttime aspect, but like with the depth of the black and everything here. But it's still got this beautiful glow to the moon, or well, presumably the moonlight going onto this thing here. So, um, yeah, he's also got some other things too, but they're not, as far as I can tell. There's not many nighttime ones that I've found, at least on this Google search. Maybe I have to look something else up or something, but nonetheless, amazing work. Thank you. So, yeah. So that's what we're gonna get up to today. I'm just gonna come back to Fredrik, and I'm just gonna look at a couple more just so I can understand what I'm doing. I also got this one really stood out to me. This one, like, look at that. Okay, you know how much it stood out to me. You can't see me, but hold on. You know how much it stood out to me. Freaking. I haven't found a place to put it up yet, but I got it as well. I'm gonna get it somewhere on a wall. I promise you that. I promise you that for sure. So you know, beautiful work. I want to do this today, so that's what we're going to do. Now, I think. Oh wait, there was one more that I really got to show you guys. Hold on. What's the name? Also, let me see if there's anything going on in the comments here. No. Anyway, let me try. There you go. So, there was this one, really cool. This one was called. I think it was like unsuccessful hunt. I don't think this is what this was, but it was really cool. Last one was ghost stories. Ghost stories. Fredrik Remington. Now this one, out of all of them, really stood out to me. Let me see if I can, like, it's got the certain, if I can get my own face out of the way. How do I get this out of here? It's got this freaking mysticism, this, like, I mean, it's literally about telling ghost stories, but like, look at that. And like seeing it in person too, like it was the actual painting in front of you, like it was just so cool because you can just imagine the conversation these two are having right now in this. It feels like some mythical thing, like, you know, like also given the context of the artwork as well. You know, you can tell that they're on like a long ride or something like that. It's really cool. Anyway, so that's sort of where I want to go today. If you have any complaints, I don't care. If you have any complaints, I don't care. But we're gonna get into it tonight. So I made this today just so I could have a thumbnail for the video. Just because I was thinking, like, okay, we're gonna get those colors. We're gonna get. I mean, again, we're gonna get the colors here, which I've pretty much done. I mean, I got the kind of white, yellow in the center of this guy here, and then like the deeper blacks here, or navy, whichever you want to call it. But then I like put my own twist to it as well. So I a couple of years ago, I don't even know where they are now, but I had this collection of planets that I would make. I don't think I might have, the hard drive might have been stolen. I think there was a theft that happened, a backpack theft that happened one time, and then it was like, oh, it's gone. Anyway, so those may be on there, but nonetheless, I used to make planets a lot because I love thinking about outer space and all that. So I ended up doing all that. Now, I have no clue what I was about to say. I also I've been kind of bored with my process of making things lately, so I was like, all right, let me come up with a new idea. And this one YouTube video I watched showed me how to make a glass screen looking things. So that's what I ended up doing. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can figure out how to get all that stuff back. I think that's it. Yeah, yeah. So like, you know, it was a little more vibrant, which I didn't really like the the vibrance of it necessarily. But like, I just think it's cool because like it makes it looks like a glass, and like it's kind of neat. I'll make it bigger, like it looked like I'm looking through glass. It's pretty cool. Um, so I don't think I'm gonna do something specifically with this per se. But last week, hold on, I'm also that looks pretty cool as well. Anyway, also last week, um, I was making something. I'll tell you, I was making something, but I don't know where we were going with it. But this is sort of like I did a little bit of work off camera, and this is sort of where I ended up. So you know, it's something. I don't know what. It's definitely something, and I kept it purple just because that's what it was um, while I was making it. So, but today I was doing a little bit more work. Excuse me. I was doing a little bit more work, and I ended up coming. Okay, so I'm gonna just try to show the process of how I got there, but it was this, like, okay, so I think I took this part here, like, let me circle it for you guys here. Hold on. I think I took like majority of this, like this sort of square right here, and then I moved around with it. I moved around with it. Where'd it go? Oh, here we go. I moved around with it, messed around, and then ended up here. So, I don't know. As per usual, I have no clue how I got here. But nonetheless, we are here. So, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to make myself a little smaller so that I'm out of the freaking way. And, you know, we can kind of move on from here. So, some different little aspects of the previous image that I just showed. If I could find it again, there you go. So I'm just gonna zoom in just so you guys can kind of see it, like a sort of tree trunk or whatever you want to call it. Kind of combined those, mixed them up, threw them around, and did other things, and then I ended up here. So, of course, I do buildings. I make a lot of buildings lately, so I'm gonna keep doing that. And yeah, that's where we're going right now. That's what we got going on. So let's just make sure we're live. Are we live? Yeah, about 26 minutes ago. That's what we're gonna be doing today. It's not as vibrant on there, which is interesting, but not that interesting. So, first of all, it's pink and green, so that's not going to help anything with the nighttime situation I was talking about before. But we're gonna do something with it. So, done. Solve that problem immediately. Just turn something on, and that was it. So, I don't know what I'm gonna do here, but we're gonna lock in right now. I've been listening to a podcast all day, so I'm gonna continue doing that. I don't know if you guys. I don't know if you guys. You guys know Larry David and Conan O'Brien and everything like that. I just thought it was funny, so I was like, all right, This is a good little podcast to listen to. I have a freaking ad for I don't want to be watching right now. Give me a seckie. There we go. So I'm gonna lock in, and we're gonna get to work. If you need something, if you're in the comments, text me because I will not see it. I will probably let me. I'll come back every once in a while. Or wait, participants. Papa. Okay, so I'm just gonna lock in. I will try to provide commentary, but I think I really just want to work right now. So we're gonna do it. I gotta get in. I gotta get into my zone for a sec. So, okay. Okay.
Just realized that I'm live and just see me taking selfies or trying to take a picture of ourselves.
I just went into the. I went onto the look at the see if there's any comments, and I just see that a video of myself looking at my phone. Like, man, I'm not even paying attention. I love this. Okay. Boom. And then you guys can't see this, but I'm adding a drop shadow just somewhere. This is something I've recently learned that I could actually do, so now I'm going to abuse my power, as you must. And by recently, I mean today. I looked this up because I was like, oh, I'm bored. Let me do something different. Oh, this is kind of cool. Okay, so what it's doing is it's adding a drop shadow as I. Wow. Alright, this is something. So what I'm doing right now is, now that I've discovered this drop shadow thing, I'm just clearing out everything that could be created into a drop shadow. So I'm just, and then an idea that I've had as I'm doing this, I'm using the moon here for just, hold on, just. Okay. All right, so right now I'm testing out, like, what can I do with this kind of background layer here. This is what I was trying to do. It's just like this glow on the inside. It's not erasing. Hold on. I don't know why it's not erasing. Okay, hold on. It's not working. Hold on, I'll be right back. I got something I gotta do real quick. Be right back. Let's for now. Let's just look at the. Hold on. I'll let you guys. I'll let you guys look at it. I'll let you guys look at it. Be right back. You guys ever just wearing shorts and then you want to just put like boots on? And I'm talking like, oh, you can't see. Hold on. I'm talking like, wait. I'm talking like this. I'm talking like that size boot. That's what I'm thinking about right now. Just because it would be funny. More for like entertainment for myself. You ever do that? I'm not the only one, right? Right? I guess I'm back. There you go. I think I got a sneeze coming, so cover your ears. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. That's okay. Sometimes. All right, back to it. So something I haven't like. I've been making artworks specific. I've been making artworks like this for a little while now. But it all it looks messy. It doesn't look. It looks like just like a pile of. And I don't mean to insult myself, but it looks like a pile of garbage. Just like I kind of threw whatever right there, and then so I'm trying to figure out how I can remedy that in some way. I mean, like down here, just looking at it here, it looks like something, but everything else kind of looks just uncohesive, and I'm not sure what to do. Like, I mean, my previous artworks, if I can find them. Like, let's look at this one is actually I just submitted this to a show. This was the one that I did on what do you call it? I think it was my like fourth stream or something like that. Where well, not this. I've done more to it since then, but the bones of it were ended up like this. Um, And I mean, this has sort of a cohesion to it. It's got you know, it doesn't look crazy. I fixed a lot of it, so there used to be a big hole, like gap right here, but I've fixed it since then. But like, you know, I've added some other stuff. But I'm just trying to figure out like my successful, in my opinion, successful artworks. Let me see if I can find some more here. Um, Minimize. Let me find them here. Hold on one sec. My successful ones. Well, honestly, I could just turn around, but I'm not going to turn around because I have there's a show to be told. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, uh, that that right there is the one right here. This one had some cohesion. It made sense, um, and it worked. Now, like with what I've done here, it it doesn't have that thing. I mean, it's got some things like if I maybe I don't know why like nothing's working also, but maybe apply. I don't know why none of my things are working. Hold on. Alright, things are not working here. Hold on. Alright, I don't know why this is not working. Hold on. Nothing's okay. Hold on. My things are not working. Either way, it's not working. Am I missing something? Okay. I may have to abandon this and just completely start new. Because this. Oh, I didn't. I didn't mean to close the whole thing already. Whoopsie. Maybe yeah. Maybe I can do something with this one instead. Well, it's not. It's not really the nighttime idea. Hmm. Huh. I sort of derailed myself just now, but that's fine. Let me look here. You guys ever get ads for freaking yeah, never mind. Like, will I do something with this maybe? All right, I'll do something with this here. Okay, so we're gonna grab. We're gonna go ahead and copy. Can I copy both layers? I'm about to find out. I can copy both layers. Cool. Okay. So we're gonna keep the background black. That's not exactly the color I was looking for. So, again, this is not very cohesive because it bends in and goes into different directions. So I'm gonna just correct some things, and like I'm seeing this here. I feel like this. Oh, let me make a shape. Let me make a shape. Where's the shape thing? Alright, I don't know why I made that shape. I could just do this. Copy, paste. Nope. Okay, so on my long journey to understanding what the hell I'm doing, all right, let me just like look at this. Let me observe, figure out what is going on. So, what I'm seeing. All right, we're gonna draw. We're gonna draw out. Okay. Top layer here. Okay. Y'all ready for this? Top layer. The red. Okay. Way too bright. That's fine. Bring it down. Top layer is like that. Okay. Okay. Boom. That's the top layer. Um, hmm. Now I could grab this guy and there we go. Now it's starting to make a little bit of sense. I think now that I've done this kind of artwork, like this, like gritty, post-apocalyptic kind of thing, I think I've done it too much because I'm really starting to not like it anymore. like I think I was just doing it just out of necessity, but now I want to branch out and figure out something else because I don't know, it just doesn't appeal to me as much as it did before. So maybe that's growth as a person. Let's get rid of the red again. I'm gonna I'm just gonna grab that to preserve it, but now I'm gonna get rid of it. Hmm. Hmm. it's still too confusing. Like, okay. There's too many different perspectives here. So okay, what I'm seeing, I'm just gonna go ahead and save this number one, but then I'm gonna start erasing everything so I can understand what perspective I am at right now. Okay, so this I'm gonna get rid of this. Shh, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, I'm like standing here like stressed to try to catch that specific spot there. I'm just trying to like I'm over here thinking about. Oh, so I'm watching this podcast, and again, it's another Conan, but this one's Jordan Peele, the guy who's Key and Peele and a bunch of other horror, like new horror movies and everything like that. So, um, and he's talking about like where he's coming from, and I'm fully talking over him. I'm like acting like I'm part of this podcast, which is hilarious. But he's talking about where he's coming from and like what his inspirations growing up was and everything like that. And I find myself right now, as they speak, as we speak, me, you, and the internet. Um, Hold on, shut up, all of you. I had to pause my video. Excuse me. I'm over here thinking like, why am I like how did I get here? How did I end up making this specific? It's like it's kind of shaping up to be something kind of cool, which I'm not complaining about, but I'm just like, how did I end up making this like industrial uh mess that's going on here? And I've never, as far as I'm aware, I guess I've been around construction. I've been around, but I've never been. It's never been appealing to me. Like the game, this reminds me of the game Fallout, like the Fallout series. Um, and even then, when I was playing the game, I just liked the. It's a really. It's a beautiful cloud. Sorry. Just like I like, just looked outside. It is a beautiful cloud. That's really cool. Anyway, um, I've never really. I'm gonna take a picture of that cloud. I'm sorry, I just got distracted there. Um, Give me a sec. Hold on, wait. I'll talk about what I'm talking about as I'm taking a photo of this cloud. I'm gonna put the cloud into this in some way. I've decided. So where is camera? Here's the Canon. It's not a Canon. It's a Fuji. But anyway, I'm thinking about like what made me create things like this. Because my background growing up, I didn't really have anything industrial or very. Can we see me still? I didn't have anything very industrial or. Sorry, hold on. Oh, we're on video. Hold on. Industrial or. I don't know what it is that I'm trying to say here. Hold on. Come on, focus, buddy. Okay. I took a photo, then my camera died, so hold on. So I'm here thinking, what around me has influenced me to create these things? Well, like I guess I grew up in an apartment, so it was like I grew up in an apartment, so it was like I always wanted something big. I wanted to be around something of scale, and these little buildings here that I've made here are large, as we can tell here. They're fairly large. Um, I think it's space. I wanted space. Um, but then I think with what I'm creating right now, I think I'm overcompensating because this is too big. Like, what am I gonna do with all this space? Um, I don't know. I feel like I can probably better communicate what I'm saying, but also probably not. I guess it's something to think about because this isn't really like what I'm making is not really what I want to be making. Um, because I don't really like big rusty, you know what I mean? So it's just what I happen to be making. I guess with the specific photo that I took here was of a construction site, so of course everything was like kind of desolate and unfinished because it is literally desolate and unfinished. So that makes the most sense, I guess. Okay, let me grab that like that, and then we're gonna put that on top of there. That is not even close to the color I wanted. No, not link. I want to merge the layers. Gonna do that, and then let's back to the YouTube here. There's so many ads on this video, I swear. Do I maybe like put like Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. Just for fun, I'm going to this whole mess down here. I guess I should probably still fill it in, but maybe I'll go with like a darker color, like right there. Alright, I gotta back up. I messed something up. So I guess for down here, I guess I want this to be sort of like a bottom floor, even though the angle is kind of off around here. But you know what? It doesn't have to be completely perfect. I mean, because I say that because I like whatever like thing is going on right here. That looks kind of interesting. So that's why I'm bending my rules as I speak them. Um, Let me. So anyway, this is like a ground floor of the thing, the area. And then like I'm trying to figure out where I think the light, I guess like the moonlight that I'm referring to in the it's okay, this is difficult because the way that the light, like realistically, if this is a real situation, the light would be I mean, I'm gonna probably just like go ahead and bar. I'm gonna bar this because I don't really think this is gonna end up being in the final. So I'm just gonna block that out. Ignore that part. The light looks like it's probably coming from. Hold on, let me get the color. The light looks like it's coming from this, like let me do it from that. No, a little more like that way almost. So maybe I need to just like darken this side of the bridge or whatever you want to call that. Darken that a little bit, but then I don't know what to, I don't know what to do with this guy at all, because if I go here, the moon, unless this wherever this is has two moons, the moon is up here now. So like the moon is like right here, and then the light is coming through, or even from up top. Actually, it more looks like it's coming from up top, which is messing everything else up. Um, but I really do like this little scene right here. I will say, I really like. I really like what I've already created right now. So like there's like a something blocking the light right there. Let me zoom in a little bit. There's like something blocking the light right there that makes this kind of cool shadow. So maybe I'm gonna go ahead and um, well, first of all, I'm going to this looks like it's kind of off the wall a little bit. The bridge here. So I'm just gonna connect it in some ways to make it look like it's part of the wall, like it's right up against the wall. Um, or hmm, let me let me try again. Let me try something else. Like, could I pull that off? Like if I just erased this part. Oops, not that one though. If I just erased this part just a little bit, like would that still look real? Maybe if I bring down the opacity a little bit. Like with that. Would that look? Hmm. I mean, there's some vital parts that I still need to configure over here. So like this. Not replace. Let's go with. Hmm. Like should it? Because like I can sort of see like a little gap. Let me come back to this guy here. I can see a little, like a little triangle right here where there's a gap. So like I could fill that, or I could leave that space open just because of how like this wall is kind of set up. Like it goes like boom, here's like the corner sorta, and I guess I can go all the way down, and then I'll go over there. So it doesn't actually connect to uh, the 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 ramp that's going down this way, the bridge. Because then like if it keeps going, like here's another corner right here. It kind of does whatever the hell it does right there, and then that goes all the way up there. Ridge, like boom, boom, boom. Another little line right there, just for fun. Maybe I should erase this and make a different color. Okay, so red is for that background there. Like a little kind of circle around there, and then okay, and that goes up there. That's there. Red is for here. I'm just gonna go all the way around here just to get an idea of what I'm doing. And then I'm gonna bring that around there. Bring that around there. And then yeah. I'm gonna leave that part out for now just because I'm gonna confuse myself. And then we're gonna grab, let's just go ahead and grab that color, I guess. It's a good contrasting color. So then this, or maybe I shouldn't do the background color actually. Let's go with, I mean green still stands out, so I guess green is fine. So this green line here is closer to where I am, where we are standing at the moment. It is closer. From our vantage point, it is closer. So I'll go back to red real quick. That's like over there. That's there. You know, and then the wall kind of like, let's just say it ends right there, and then the green begins a new distance, like that. Okay, and then the base of the wall is right here, and that goes to here. And that's sort of that. I think I probably need to mess around with it a little bit, but I would like these guys to connect in some way. Like this be that, and then that's sort of where they merge there. I need to figure out, like this is where this portion ends. And then I guess a new portion that I can add in with, I don't know, let's go with purple, I guess. I don't know. A new portion that will just kind of go from here, this kind of trashy bottom thing going on down there. We'll go, it doesn't really have a defined spot where it exists yet, but we'll figure that out. Outline, that's the word. Doesn't really have a defined outline, so for now this is, so I'm thinking like just for fun lore details, whatever, This is this is like water at the bottom of the quarry or whatever the hell this is, and then yeah. Okay, we got the red. You know, this kind of goes across there. There's a little bit of something right there. There's another something right here. Something right there. Something right there. You know, just little details running around. Like this kind of juts out a little bit. That's got some depth to it, we'll say. You know, just drawing out the little shapes that we can sort of locate in this. And then there's also this line where the wall, the actual wall, like the vertical part of this exists in some manner. Because this like might be like trash or something like that, but you can definitely tell where. If I turn this off, you can definitely tell where that kind of starts, where the base of the wall is. I mean, you know, yeah. I feel like if you really like kind of, and this is what with the fun part of the job is that like after I kind of throw things around, you can sort of just get a feel of like what is happening. Um, so yeah. Maybe there's like something kind of like off center that's going down this way. I can kind of see. So it's like, and by off center I mean like leaning to the side. Um, you know, something like that. You know, you know how it goes. Stuff like that. So yeah. Now that's a good outline. Like we got some good shape, got some good bones, if you will. I'm gonna go back to the red. I'm actually I'm having fun now, so I'm gonna keep going. But you know, like we'll go to the red. You can see, you can kind of see like what's. And I almost like I know there's probably should be something back here, but I almost like that there's not, and it's sort of like oh it looks like it's gonna fall. Like this whole wall here is gonna just disintegrate and fall. So I really kind of like this abyss that it's right next to. So I'm gonna leave that there. Um, like it used to be part of this upright, straight standing building, but like the gravity of it, it feels like it's gonna go at any point. And even in that, like I'm seeing on top of this, like with the gravity thing that I was saying, like I'm seeing just barely in the darkness here. You can kind of see like that there, and I'll make an artificial one. I think I need to like really get into the details, but there is probably going to be a line at some point that is pointing that way, and then yeah, you can kind of see like that there. Match those lines up. Do that. Go ahead and go there, and then you know it'll turn into something. It'll turn into something up here at some point, I'm sure. Same thing with like here. Yeah, I really like the angle that it's at. That's really cool. And of course, there's also like a different thing. I gotta switch colors now because it's getting into a different like dimension or layer. Yeah, I'm not gonna get into this wall because I I've already had enough trouble trying to figure out what colors they use, so I'm going to not continue that. But nonetheless, that's that. Um, I think green is the focal point. And like usually I would, oh, not usually I would because I don't really do this, but I would like to start doing this. Is I want to add characters. I want to add people to my artwork because that's something I've really noticed is that like most of my most of my artwork doesn't have people in it at all, and I need to change that. Um, it's all empty and all that. Like I think ideally, um, it's really funny. I set these rules. I mean I don't know how to paint. Like I mean I'm sort of painting here, but like I don't know how to like I'm not classically trained to paint. I can't really create. I mean if I was actually painting this, maybe I could. I've never actually tried it. I don't know, but in the medium that I'm doing this in, the challenge that I'm doing for myself is that like I have to use photography. I have to figure out how the lighting works, figure out how everything works, and then I have to take a photo of a person from whatever distance away and and then manage to get them in there somehow. But if I were to do that, I would probably I'm not going to keep the color there, but I'd probably have them on the bridge. But I think like a lot of artwork in this genre specifically of like big intimidating structures or something like that, it's always like one person that's just like in there by themselves. But I'm like, I don't want that. I don't think I want that for my artwork. I want a lot of people to be, or at least a good group of people to be walking around in it and existing in the space. I think because it's there's so much space here. It could have a bunch of people in it. So so yeah, that's sort of what I'm envisioning here is if I had a big group of people who allowed me to take photos of them from whatever distance, I think I would be putting them in this in some form. So yeah. Huh. Now let's see. Let me just get this guy here, red, red, and also there's like oh yeah, I gotta get to the other um, color because there's another color for whatever I'm gonna end up putting back here. I think I want to like a service road or something like that. And so if we're seeing here, seeing this guy here, this is further in the background, so I would put a different color here and there, and then I'd probably like just take this thing and put it right there as well, and then it kind of translated over there. Now I think I could diffuse this a little bit just so make it look acceptable. So we're just gonna go ahead and a little bigger. Yeah, something like that. Now that we got the shape, it's actually really cool now that I've done that. Hold on, there's actually some things that I missed too. Now that I've done that, it like I see it. I see it a lot better. Like there's that. There's that. There's this line up here. There's that line. There's that line. That line. Of course, this line as well. Make that one a little more straight. That's really cool. That's well done. And I think I'm gonna just as I go along. This one's probably going to be a couple. I don't know if I'm gonna keep like doing it over multiple streams. I mean, this one technically is a second stream one because I mean the bird one that I did, the not Nightbird, what was it called? Um, oh, what kind of bird was it? A seabird in the city. That I did that one for like 4 streams, I think 4 or 5 streams, and that went pretty well for me at least. So yeah. Hold on, I've lost my everything. Uh, Anyway, I no, I don't want to watch my own video. I'm just listening to myself talk right now. That's not what I want. So now that I've got the shape, I've got the idea of what I wanted to do. Let's keep messing it up. So the perspective so far, I guess. Well, while I'm here, I should also probably make one more color for the layer. I don't know, orange. Orange will be fine. Orange. So we're gonna have the orange. Oh, that's not a straight line at all. Let's try it again. Go, 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 go. Oh no! He's like, this is like a 2. Or maybe I can back up. Yeah, I'm like using all my arm strength to get that as straight as I can. Again, try. I'm gonna make it as small as I can. There we go. Close enough. Good enough. Oh, I gotta do it again. Hold on. Yeah, it's so difficult. All right, you guys get the idea. So, it goes across like that. Just get some idea of how it all works. There's something right there which I kind of like. I'll just go ahead and I don't. You can't really. It doesn't really continue, but I think I want to put like a little fence right there or something like that. It looks like a fence to me. That's why I wanted to do that. But you know. Something like that. Then it like maybe it just tapers off because it's an abandoned or it's an abandoned quarry or whatever it is. Um, so, but then now I got to figure out here the angle. The angle like before doesn't really compute because it was just because I was messing around and I ended up doing whatever I ended up doing. So I almost would want to like this there and that goes down there. So maybe okay. Here's my plan. I'm going to grab not all of that necessarily. Whoops. Oh, I didn't grab anything. Okay. I'm not going to grab all of it, but I'm going to grab some of it. Get rid of all that. And then And now I'm going to see if I can change the angle. So just going to go ahead and transform and distort in some way. Like that looks a little bit better. However, we do lose a significant part of the image. So if I just leave that, how does that look? Let's try that again. Distort. I think it would probably help to get rid of that. Now, does that work? Almost. It almost works. Okay, yeah, it almost works. Okay, we're gonna go again. Like right about. It's like a load bearing angle, so I gotta like get that right, because it is sort of carrying. I haven't really finished this bridge here, but it is sort of carrying that bridge right there. So I gotta get the. I have the care enough to get it in there correct. You know. Like that could work. That could work, and then I think if I. So we got this like soup, this dark soup down here that's kind of. Let me see what I can do with the soup. No, wrong one. Oh, it is normal. Okay. So I'm gonna first. Okay, so this is like the floor of the arena or whatever you want to call it. Just gonna get like a good idea. It's kind of still a bit of a weird angle, but we can make it work. Okay, so now I'm gonna add the soupy part of it. So we're gonna go, oops. We're not gonna go, oops, actually. We're gonna go grab like, is it in the light? I guess it could be in the light, technically. But also like it takes away the drama a little bit, so maybe I don't go, maybe I just keep it like in the dark a little bit. Because like I think having a single like this is like a right here, come here, right here is another level, like it feels like a shoulder. So like imagine you're looking at it, and so your eyes in my mind are supposed to be right here, and so the way that your head sits, I guess, it's like right next to your shoulder, right here. That it makes more sense. It makes sense to me, so it has to make sense to you. Um, anyway, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get the soup going. Speaking of the soup, getting the soup going, I left my food out that I need to go put away. but I'll get that eventually. I don't want it too dark. Let me just go a little less, like 36. And then just for the drama, I think I'm gonna have just like a little bit of it just filtering through. And this might require a different. Because it's like, I mean, like the light, I guess, if it's going down, it's going to reflect off of here, and then that's going to go that way. So I guess, like, this, for the drama, of course. So we're going to go ahead and keep it, like, maybe not too high, but, like, something like that. And then, you know, it's not as intense over here, so I'm just going to keep it light right there. And then it's not going that far because there's a lot of things blocking the light. And then, you know, oh, and then that opens up the little cave thing that I was looking at earlier. So let me see what I can sort of figure out with that. Whoa, wait a minute. Wait a minute. We found something. This is going against my rule that I was setting before. Maybe I'll make a daytime version. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. I'm gonna make a daytime version at some point, and then that'll be cool. I've decided. So like, are my door closed? Yeah. I don't really know if that's actually doing anything or not, but. I mean, this is closest to what I wanted, but again, it's not like. Maybe I just need to like get it a little brighter. Like, I don't want it to be too bright. That's the only issue. Like, that's almost it right there. Okay, I'm gonna do another color or whatever I'm saying. I don't know if I want it to be orange, but it's gonna be orange for right now. Where'd that go? There you go. Okay, so it's such a long thing here, and this kind of goes out a little bit. I don't know. It looks to me like there's like a little tunnel or something like that, like a passageway right there is what I'm seeing. That's sort of what I'm seeing there, and then that goes all the way up here. And yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out the junction right here because that is not centered at all. Like, I think ideally what I would like it to do is to I guess go across here, because that just makes more sense rather than whatever the hell's going on over here. Let me full screen that. Yeah, that just makes more. Oh, I was trying to get rid of that and just did it again. Yeah, so like a junction right here where the green and the whatever else ends up there. You know, there's scaffolding going up. I'm just drawing this out so we can see it three-dimensionally. You know, whatever. I'll do a couple more just for me. So like, yeah, and this is where it sort of transitions into the red. Maybe I should change the color. Yeah, it transitions into the red wall again. And it's all crumbling and falling off the edge like that. Yeah, something like that. And then, boom. Something like that, like. And what I want, going back to the orange here, is I want that light that we made over here. I want that light to sort of spill out and then kind of land like that. But what my oh shit, hold on, wrong one. What my difficulty here is this might just be the tech. End of the day, it might just be the tech, but it's a little difficult to get the Photoshop light to work in that way. No. Like it's almost not bright enough or something. So I gotta figure out a way to have it filter through. Because it's not supposed to be like extremely bright, but it's still enough that I can tell a difference, that it's there or not. Get a little brighter. Let me turn off this. Turn that guy off. Because right now I can't really tell a difference. It's still like everything here is a bit dark. So maybe it's not my fault. Maybe I didn't do it. Yeah, okay. Maybe a little more opacity. Yeah, okay, now it's like a little brighter. It's actually bringing in new shapes that I didn't even know were there, so. Okay, this is actually, yeah, this is turning out even better. So what I'm seeing, just from a brief observation, what I just saw, just from clearing that out, is maybe this wall, the red wall we got going on here, maybe it was at one point, if I can erase this now that we got a bit more color going on, this wall crumbled, it broke, and then it did this, right? It's like this here, and then a little bit of that going on right there. kind of working through there, and then there's like a big split. Let me erase that. It's like a big split. And let's just say like it goes down there, and then I can fix the other stuff. So maybe there was like this thing was at one point connected to up there, but now we got all this crumbling stuff going on, and now we're stuck like this. Let's get that a little bit more bright so I can see it. Yeah, so at some point it was, those two were connected. Yeah, I think that works. My favorite part about this is the sense of this is gonna fall. I really like that lean right there. It's really cool. So so that even adds to the darkness that I was adding in there a moment ago, or removing actually. I'm gonna just keep on adding to that over here, and let's just go ahead and quiet you down now that I know where everybody is. It's just, I think I really want it like really dark, because it's very dark in there, but there's gonna be just a little light coming through there, like that. You can kind of see it too. Look at that, a little light coming through there where it reveals just a tiny bit, but not too much. And then, you know, whatever I end up figuring out for the whatever I end up figuring out for the background over here, I mean, I could put that cloud in, but I don't think we're at that level yet. I don't think I'm not really at the level of knowing what's going on outside. I think I just need to figure out what's happening here still. So I see this one pretty big. What time is it? It is 1:57. All right, well, it's an hour and 57 we've been at this, so things are going good. I'm gonna check the chat. And apologies if you've said something and I haven't seen it. It's simply because you said something and I did not see it, and nobody saw anything, so nobody said anything, and it's fine. We're good. I got 2 likes. Now I got 3. Look at that. Yeah. So I'm gonna take another momentary break. You guys entertain yourself. Go ahead and just stare at this pixel. You stare at that pixel, and tell me if it moves. If it does run, well, tell me to run first. I'll be right back. I did not say that. Anyway, going back in. I did. At some point, did I say I have 2 legs? Now I have 3. I don't. I don't think I ever said that during the stream. At least not during the stream. Um. Yeah. No. I didn't say that. Anyway. Continuing on. Let's see here. Let's get the eraser. Oops. Okay, so now that we sort of got a shape going on. Oops. We got a shape going on. I think I want to let's see here. What do I want to do? Like do I want these to even connect? Do I want these to connect? Ouch. Like let me look at, like, I mean, this place is in disrepair. It was destroyed. It looks like it. Do I want this bridge to be like intact? Maybe I'll just like cut the edge off of it here. And like, yeah, it fell at some point. Like this was like a big service road or whatever you want to call it, and then like this portion of it collapsed. Maybe because what I have here is that like originally, like maybe in the original plans it went across, but something happened down here which made it fall. But I would have to make it look like it fell and not that it's just sort of floating there. I mean, there's some like messed up things over here. Like I mean, what I just did now isn't bad. Like take the attention away from it, and then at the same time get rid of this as well. All right, let's go back. Let's go back. So let's get rid of this. And then I just want to replace these just because they look. Let's just keep it cohesive, you know? Tiny details I gotta straighten out, and tiny details that I'm just throwing in just for fun. Like, oh, what's that? I don't know, but it looks fun. We're putting it in there. So with the light again, I think, okay, now I'm gonna do something with the lighting. Okay, so the light is landing right here mainly. So the attention should be let's try again. The attention should mainly be like right around here mostly. Kind of get rid of that as well, because it's there. I don't want it to be too dark like I'm doing right now, but all right, let's roll that back a little bit. Too much so. That's a little bit more manageable. And then this is just way too dark and dusty. And then I'm gonna erase just a little bit. Like I just want enough to have the bridge a little bit lit up. And then this guy over here should just not have any attention on him at all, honestly. I think him hiding away is perfectly fine for him. It's just who he is. It's his personality. He hides away sometimes. I could probably do better than that, but will I is the question. Or won't I? And it's probably going to be won't I. So we got that mostly. Things are pretty set there, I think. Oh, let me. Oh, with the lighting at least. I don't know about the rest of it, but let's see what I can do over here. Maybe I'll grab like this here, and then boom, boom. Apologies to my New Zealanders. I did not mean it, except that I completely did. I completely meant what I said. It doesn't really. Okay, we're getting into. Okay, so what I'm trying to do here, I'm gonna just do a little outline. This one's just gonna be a black, I think. Darker. Okay, so what I'm trying to do here is have this thing kind of come out here, and same thing with over here as well. Because this is like the exit of the bridge. So what I've figured out here is that it's like a tunnel bridge, and you go straight through it. Just gotta like get the angle right. Nope. something like that. Yeah, that looks about right. And now I'm noticing after I've done that everything else is like not at all balanced up here, so I gotta just fix that real quick. Give me a good one. A little bigger. Not that big. Not that big either. 725 would be good. And then it kind of flattens out. It's going to flatten out at some point. So let's go with the green. Boom. Okay, at some point, I'm going to have that. This is going to go. This is going to go like that. Like that, and like a little entryway up here that leads to this bridge, or this whatever this highway up here is, service road, whatever you want to call it. That's up there. And then maybe I'll put like just for the physics reasons, I'll put something right here, and it'll be a scaffolding or something. So like that, and then that connects to the wall. Physics and gravity reasons, that'll be there. Yeah. Let's see what else. This is now just fun for me. I'm just entertained. Like, is that the right angle? Or should I go more like that? No, I think probably. No, I mean that's where the line is in real life, but I don't know. Okay. Let's see what else we got. So I'm going to erase. Oop. Oh shoot. No, I drew it all on the wrong thing. Hold on. I gotta go back. I gotta go all the way back. How far was it? How far did I do it for? Okay. Not too far, at least. Okay. I gotta draw it all again, but that's okay. Boom. 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 Entryway. Boom. That goes down there. That goes down there. Up there. It's kind of right there. Connects to there. I think I would like I said, I would like to have something solid just so that the physics makes sense for it to exist in that manner. You can kind of see something right there, which is kind of cool. So little details. I'm also like running through all the details as well. So maybe I put like a tunnel right there, something cool goes through there, but quality. It's like boom, 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 boom. Very poorly drawn, but you guys get the idea. Yeah. And then, yeah, that goes there, goes all the way down here. And this is where I'm going to erase this orange. I guess it's no longer relevant. Well, it's sort of relevant, but not exactly. I'm going to erase it. And I'll figure it out. I'm going to figure it out a different time, but this is like where the entrance of both of the tunnels are. That goes through. And it kind of just goes through like that. Through there. And then we're going to switch to orange. We're actually going to erase the rest of this here just because it's in the way and does not any need to be there any longer. So we're going to switch to orange. That lets out, and then that goes right here. And then there's sort of like a broken portion. That's right there. That goes there. Boom. Broken portion. And then this here is the end of that little road, and then we'll just say it broke. I'm just gonna say it broke. There's like road work ahead. No, it doesn't actually. Yeah, where it led originally is not even a freaking thought anymore. So yeah, that's what we got there. Let's see what else. That goes through there. I'm doing arrows just for fun now. I'm just having fun now. So that's sort of what we got. I mean, I'm tired, but I also really like this. I don't know, like what I could keep. I'll keep going. I'll keep going. I'm just gonna take a sec though. I'm gonna take a sec to look at it. Just really look at it from afar. Be like, that's really something. That's a thing, for sure. Maybe just for fun. Okay, alright, I'm gonna do this for fun. We're gonna add that cloud thing that I did. The photo of the cloud I did midway through the stream. Because it is, and I was talking about nighttime before. With I turn around and the freaking sky is completely black. So that cloud is gone. You know, in any other location, you know, since I live in a city, like it's more. It's the sky is going to be darker because you're not getting that moonlight. In this case, I guess I can call it aggressive. That aggressive moonlight, um, or anything like that. So it's all kind of blocked by the light pollution here. But yeah, that's what I gotta say about that. It's like I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I'm just talking, guys. I'm just talking. Okay, so we're gonna grab that cloud. I'm gonna grab that cloud. I'm gonna find it first. Find the cloud. Boop, 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 boop. Who's messaging me? There we go. Ah, too loud. Alright, we're gonna go find the thing I'm talking about. We're gonna find the thing I'm talking about and then do it. Okay, yeah, bring the cloud in. I gotta change the angle, but that's okay. Bring the cloud in. Okay. Okay. We're gonna make this look like it's nighttime in some way. So just bear with me. Alright. Select subject. Get rid of you for a sec. We're going to go inverse. Select subject. Select inverse. Okay. And we're just gonna go ahead and I think subtract. Oh, nope. Too much? Not enough? Why does it get rid of everything? I don't want that. No! Hold on, give me a sec. C, V. Okay, and then we're just gonna go ahead and get rid of the whole thing. Oh, wrong one. Get rid of the whole thing. Okay, and then come back to it. Reselect. No. Is my cat thrown up? No, we're good. We're good, we're good, we're good. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and select subject. Again, does not the subject. Never was the subject. Erase. Select subject. What the heck are you doing? Why is it selecting up there? Okay. We're gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way, apparently. There's a bug on my screen. Everybody say hello, bug. I'm gonna forget that I said that, and then people are gonna be like, hello, bug. What the heck is going on, dude? I mean, that's kind of cool. Alright, we're gonna copy that. Copy. Wait. I'm gonna copy that and then paste it. I just want to see what that. I mean, that's pretty neat, I will say. I'll be doing something with that later. That's actually pretty cool. Okay, that's not what I meant to do, but it's something. Turn that guy off. What the heck is going on right now? Why is it selecting everything except for what I want it to? Oy. Am I I've been selecting the wrong thing this whole time. Right? No. I couldn't have. What is happening? Selection's all messed up. Right. I've decided just to select everything. Okay. And now, for my next trick, I will go... Oh my god, why is it doing that? Control V. Okay. I'm not sure why it's being so challenging right now, but we will survive. I love this ominous thing in the background. There's probably like a way easier way to do this, but I'm not one for that. I'm not the one, I'll tell you. I'm not the one for making things simple. Where's all this coming from? I'm so confused. Is it this? Okay, it is that. Okay. Okay, now that I've finally figured out what I've been doing this whole time, where, not the rectangle, where's this? We're gonna add a little background, and yes, I'm going to change the color, so don't. I'm like I'm saying this like I'm a parent who's very annoyed with their child. Nobody has said anything to me this stream. I'm gonna change the color. Anyway, what I was saying was, yes, I'm going to change the color to something that's more appropriate with the background or foreground or whatever it is I'm saying. So it's that blue that I was looking for before. Blue. In my mind, this is like making a really silly sound as I'm doing it. Because I feel very silly doing it. I think that was not right. Hold on. I gotta try that whole thing again. distort. Okay, so first of all, make it a little shorter. It's got to be skinnier at the bottom, I think, is what I'm trying to figure out here. So I think I'm going to make the sky dark. And there's got to be a good way to do it, but and make this. Yeah, I think I just took a picture of the wrong cloud for this situation at least. Let's go back. It's like this Photoshop tool has changed, and not in a good way. And I'm too lazy to figure out how to make it go back. There you go, that's something. So we got something going on. Again, I don't know what the cloud here. I'm not sure what I'm really doing with that, but yeah, it's this color purple that I don't really want it to be, so I'm gonna at some point shift the color to like that kind of greenish, like the shift the entire image's color to that kind of greenish, um, or like teal green or whatever I'm trying to say. I guess like right about there maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna figure that out as we go. I probably won't finish this tonight, but it doesn't mean I won't finish it ever. Something like that, you know. All right, I'm getting tired, y'all, and it's actually just hit the 2 hour and 30 minute mark, so I think we're pretty good on that. Um, just to have a little recap, we're gonna pull this guy out. Look at that. Look at all the work we've done today, and by we I mean me. Um, we did some of that. I just put this on here. I'm gonna mess around with this more. The lighting, obviously, like, oh, you know what? This lighting could actually work. I think I need a better cloud. Okay, so sorry, I got distracted there. The lighting. Let's bring out just for the purpose of pointing. I'm going to use this color here. So the lighting, I think, the light source over this. The light source is over like this way in some form, and it goes down and it lands right there, and like the cone is like right there, sort of, right. Okay, there's something right here that blocks the light from going down here, so we don't get that. Okay, and then I'm thinking that same light source is higher up, actually, so it should be right up here. It lands right there, and then it goes down and it lands here, and then that sort of like whatever's up here in the rafters, I think that will also land right down here. But above here, it's all blocked off, so you can't really see down there or anything, and that's why it's dark right here. We got this block. I think I might keep this. I gotta switch colors now. Hold on. Let's see. Let's just go with this color because we have it on hand. So, no, that's too blending. Let's go yellow. Okay, so this is what's blocking the light. I think this thing is going to go fairly far, maybe. Just so it'll block the light, and we'll have like, we'll have stuff to block the light. Good there. And it doesn't really even come down here, so we don't even need to care about that. This box, might be another box somewhere. Hold on. Where did that box go? There's like a whole missing part here. Hold on. Oh, there we go. This part, like, I think I can maybe, if I like reconfigure this. If I reconfigure, wait, I gotta find. No, hold on. There we go. Okay, so if I reconfigure this in a way that's a little more meaningful, like I mean this here with all the this, like, I want it. Okay, I'm gonna draw it out on this one here. So new color. We're gonna go with yellow. So this here could, I think, I mean, we'll stop like right there, maybe go up here. That kind of goes there. Yeah, I think I want to redo like most of this here, because I want this like flat color to be right here mainly. So like this thing, but all over the place here. I do like these little bridges here. Again, with the color, I don't know, like I I would like something to be down here that makes it. I think it should be dark. I think it should be dark down there. So like it just goes down. It goes down, you know, like that. And then yeah, I'll figure. Oops. I'll figure out something in regards to like what's going on up here. You know, it's all like a little broken and busted up, so that's to be expected. It's all fine, but like, you know, you can sort of see some like leading lines going on here, and like it seems like some scaffolding or some walkways are right here, and some are broken and others are fine. You know how it goes. You know, there's some like building right there. I should probably be using a different color, but I'm not going to just because I'm tired. Anyway, and that kind of goes down there. And then this track goes all the way down here. I'll just add that in there just for effect. Yeah, like a little pathway. This is up more. Let's see what else. Yeah, and that goes over there. Yoink, 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 yoink. It does its thing over there. That's great. Good for it. I think I'm going to switch to purple now, since we're just connecting here. That's part of purple. That's part of the purple wall. That's part of the purple wall. That goes up, and then I'll just make an artificial one. There's not really anything right there right now, but that's at least what I'm seeing at the moment. It's just a shape that calls to me at the moment. Something right there. Yep. And I'm just gonna put this in there just for fun. Just so we can get some kind of shape out of everything. Let's see, what else? Honestly, I think I might just make this up here. Well, not up there, but I'm just gonna go with this red. I think I might make the rest of this red wall so it all fits in nice and neat, you know. There's not really much to be seen up here, so I'm just gonna guess. I'm gonna guess what's going on. I'm just sort of making up things, like I said, here, because you can't really see much going on up here. So assumptions, guesses, all the above are right there. That's more part of the purple wall, but I'm just drawing just to draw right now. So okay, well, things are looking good to me. I'm not even gonna touch whatever's going on in the back there because that's not my business. That's not my. So that's what we got so far. Like a good yellow thing going on right here. I really like that. The purple, beautiful wall. Like I love the crumbly in the bottom here. The green. It's like it's it's there. Orange. That was a lot of fun to make. I actually kind of enjoyed. My favorite part right there is this little circle here. Let me see if I can. This little like it looks like maybe an entryway. You can use your imagination. The red. I think my favorite part of this entire image, honestly, is the crumbling wall. The wall that's about to fall into the abyss at any moment. That's really cool. I do like what I just put in here though, because it was a lot of it was just guessing, but it was really cool. So, and this is like a good mighty thing at the top of the image, and then cloud. I can figure that out another time. Yeah, we'll get there, but nonetheless, that went pretty well, I think. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. And if nobody watched other than me and like two other people, that's okay. Thank you. Thank them for watching. And I will. I'll see you next week. All right.